All right, prank calls for you, episode 64. Pretty much what happened was there's this live stream going on. This girl went inside of a store, and the people found out she was in the store. In the stream, they started prank calling the shop, the place I want to call now. And the guy got pissed off because they made threats. He took her phone, and then he kept her hostage in there, made her show her ID, and then this other guy came to the rescue and got her out of there. And I got the phone number. So I'm gonna call right now and see if this guy picks up and just mess around right now. I don't know if he's gonna even pick up. If not, I'm just gonna end the stream. I figured it's I figured it's just worth a shot. How do I copy this address? Damn it! You figured all the. All right, let's just call and see. This guy even picks up. This is called Pop Up LA. Oh.
Pop Up LA, buy or die.
Please don't keep anybody hostage in there.
Nobody's in here. And
I
she
know.
left freely, and nobody kept her. She was very drunk.
I know,
I had
but
to make
she
sure she was okay
she
to
offered
leave.
to leave many times, and the guy wouldn't
No,
let her
I
leave.
know, but because there was something that wasn't seen on the video of her throwing some property of ours, and Steve, the other owner, wanted to hold her there because she was acting belligerent, which you can't see, but we have all the video footage here, and she left.
I know, but she
Everything's
wanted to
okay.
leave, and it was scary the way that guy kept her like
Well,
that.
just because we had to wait for the police, because once he asked her to leave and she's on private property, technically you're not, you got to wait for the cops to come. That's
I
just
know.
the rules. That's all.
That
So
guy.
it's not holding hostage. It's not. She followed him in. She told him, come in.
I
She
know,
told
because
her,
no,
"Come in."
he stole her phone. That's why she had to come in. You're not allowed to just grab somebody's phone like that and just hold it. I mean, he's not a cop. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. I can't argue on anyone's behalf. If I was
Yeah, I
here,
understand
things
you're just
would
doing
gone
your
down
job, miss.
different.
And I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble here. But I was
No,
just
this is
saying.
my store. This is my store. You know what I mean? This is dealing with. So, I mean, she needs to just go do her thing somewhere else, because even before our store, I watched her video and she's like putting songs on her face and shit. It's like,
Yeah,
we deal with very
she has
serious
autism.
business
She's a
over
live
here.
streamer. She's one of these live streamers. She has autism.
wow.
She
That's
goes
fucked
around
up.
and she gets
She
drunk and
has
she
autism.
has problems.
She's
She
a
has-
live streamer. I just want to let you know, okay? She has autism. She's autistic, and she's a live streamer. So if you tell her she's drunk and she's autistic, it's like, this is not right. You need to understand people, or you understand? It's like people are just different. So
I didn't touch her. I told her to please wait for because I have threatening phone calls and we have problems.
I think a lot of people were calling us and threatening us and telling her if we don't get rid of her out of our store, they're going to come and break our windows. I don't know. This is the first time we've
Yeah,
dealt
I
with something
know.
like
That's
this.
that's the callers. That's what they do. It's called doxing. What they try to do is they try to get the live streamer in trouble. So they find out where you are and they call in and say, "Hey, we're gonna send the cops there," or we'll say, "Hey, this person with the camera is."
We don't even know about that shit. We're parents, you know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah,
has
no.
a daughter, I have a son. We don't deal with this. We make custom clothing. This is what we do. We're in the
I
back
know.
working.
But it was the
And
callers.
last week there was a drunk lady in our store with her shirt off, pulling all the clothing off the rack. So we're tense when people come in or film or do certain things that we politely ask them not to. My son is autistic as well, so you telling me this breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
There's nothing I can do about
It
so
was really the
unfortunately-
callers. The callers are the ones who really messed it
Yeah,
up
you know,
they.
and if she could have just explained that.
She tried
But it's
to,
tough.
but I did
It's
did
tough,
watch it
again.
back, and she was trying to, and the guy
Mm-hmm.
even though he was scared, he wouldn't let her talk. He was like yelling over the top. He could at least been more patient to listen. I understand he was.
Yeah, because he's 40 years old. He doesn't deal with that shit. That's what I'm here for. And it's my
Yeah.
birthday, so I wasn't here.
It was the
But,
callers, though.
if you know her, or you have access to her, I think there was a really big miscommunication here. And if you really know who we are, we're like family. We're like power of people, black,
Mm-hmm.
white, whatever, Asian, everyone. We're not like that. I don't know what went down in here, but when we ask politely for something and it's not respected, we tend to feel like we're being fucked with. Regardless of looking at someone saying, hey, they're autistic, hey, this. The bottom line is, look, I asked you not to do something, and you're doing it, and you're on my property. Can you please stop? You're filming me right now. You're saying my address is being said. Now people are calling. Now this. It's like, it's just caused trouble. But
Yeah.
that's all. I mean, it's all good. Whatever comes this way, we're here. You know,
Yeah, it's
we're
fine.
chilling. We're from the
I just
streets.
hope
I'm not a big corporation. We're from the streets. So.
Yeah, someone said it's $1 million company. That's cool.
No, I mean, you could say it's $1 million, but we work with our hands. You know what I mean? I'll
That's
have this
good.
shit back up tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's
Every
great.
every day we make new shit. So, but I don't know what went down, and I need to go on with my day. And if you do know her, I'm the female owner here, and just wanted to send apologies for any miscommunications. But I just feel like it was overall no good vibes, or this is something that happened, so just avoid it with our store. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
if the callers do this, if the callers are doing this to every store she goes to, or like, well, it's just a waste of time. It's harassment, you know.
yeah, these callers, that's what they
Just
do. They
wanted
did it to me
send
once
apology,
too.
but she's feeding it.
These callers, they did it to me once too. You know, they said I was sniffing
But she's
people's
feeding
butts.
the callers.
I was
She's feeding the callers.
see, the problem is most people will believe anything that calls in. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
No, I get it, but don't you agree that she's the cause? If this happens to every store, she continues to live stream and do this.
No, I blame
And
the
this is a
callers.
pattern?
I blame the callers because they.
Yeah, the callers are calling because they're her fans. She's got to take a little break.
Yeah, but she never said to call though. I know these people. They're sick people. They're sick. They want to
Yeah,
get people in trouble.
I have a bunch of white people calling me, sounding like.
Hey, you don't have to get racist now. It doesn't matter what
No,
color
I'm
they
white.
are.
I'm white.
I
But
know,
the way
but
they're
still.
talking, they're saying the N-word. They're saying
I
the
know,
N-word.
that's what they do.
Why I know it's like.
That's
whoa.
what they do. It's a sick community.
No, I'm white, dude.
No,
Give
I'm
me a
talking about the
break.
callers. They're
I'm
a
letting
sick
you know
community.
with the way that they're talking.
Yeah.
It sounds like wow, just pure racist. Like they're just using the N-word left and right.
Yeah, that's
I have
what they
black
do.
employees here.
That's what they do. They're very angry people. It's a toxic community, and unfortunately, this is most of the people who watch these live streams.
Okay, well I appreciate your time.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. All right, so that's pretty much what happened. Is you can tell it's very SJW. I just called them, and you see it was a long call. I wanted to get the guy on the phone, the guy who looks like Richard Simmons, the guy who actually detained her. He detained her, and you can't do that. You know what I mean? And he said she was a minor, and she wasn't, and he took her ID, and you can't do that. I mean, you have a right to ask for someone's ID, but he wouldn't let her leave, and I was hoping to get more followers from his stream right now to come over here, but they don't. But it'd be great if they can come over here. I'm gonna write. They're calling the police on me for calling. Yeah, so pretty much that's what happened. So that's what these fans, they try to get you in trouble and stuff. But I don't know, man. I was hoping to get the guy on the phone so he can explain. But she doesn't actually have autism. And the guy who is the live streamer, who's the guy who went inside, he always says that. He always lies and says, I have autism, and she has autism. So she actually does have autism. And this is what the live stream community is. But this is what people want to see. They want to see content. I'm going to call from a different number. And the people are calling in. Let me see if I can call from a different number one last time for the show. But yeah, people are calling in making threats saying that we're going to fuck your store up, or they're dropping the N-bomb and stuff, and that's what happened. I didn't even listen back to the audio. Does this sound okay? Because sometimes when I do a show, it sounds like shit. It's like... this isn't going to be a good episode. This is the only idea that I have right now, unfortunately, is to call the Pop-Up LA. Everything's closed because of COVID, so it seems like the only people to really call is the fucking Craigslist people. It seems like that's what it is. Let me see if I can call back from a different number. But I don't even feel like calling them anymore. Really, I mean, that's the only idea I had. This is going to be a lame episode, but let me see. Call from a different number. Oh, fuck. Come on. I'm trying to get to my Gmail. Yeah, the guy's 40 years old. What? That's not an excuse, though, to grab someone's phone and shit. Because he did that because she was a girl. He wouldn't do that to a guy. That's my whole point. That was a guy. Let me see. I don't think they're going to pick up anymore. Alright, so I don't think they're going to pick up anymore because they're getting a lot of prank calls. But that's the end of the episode. This is a lame one. I just wanted to call. I was hoping a lot of the people from the live stream on that channel will follow me over here. Play It Backfired. I was going to put this episode up the way it is. I don't know why. But hopefully next week or